All right, hello and welcome to. Sorry. Hey, Josh, thank you. Hold on a second. Hey, Josh, that worked. That was awesome. All right, just want to do our little bumper for the conference. Welcome to week 3 of our conference update. This is the Orthodontic Resource Group, so welcome. Come on in. Glad you're here. You're watching. Today we're going to be talking to Trish. Jameel can't make it today, but we'll talk to his wife. She's involved with 3 courses today, so this should be an interesting conversation. So before we bring her on, I want to give a few updates to the conference. Feel free to leave any questions down below. If you're watching on Facebook, there is a link to approve Streamyard to see your name and picture so we can see who you are when you comment. So that being said, let me get started here. If you've been living under a rock or you've been sniffing too many monomer fumes in your lab, we are having a conference. This is the ORG official conference and expo, and it's in Texas. So everybody come to Texas, April 1st and 2nd. We're having a 2-day ortho-only dedicated meeting. Now, it's in conjunction with the Dental Lab Association of Texas, and they are going to, we're partnering together, and we're going to have a good time. We always do. So again, that is April 1st and 2nd, and it's in Irving, Texas. And I'll talk about the hotel in a second. This couldn't have been done without our exhibitors. We got more coming on, but for right now, many of these, they're going to be there. They're going to have a booth in the exhibit hall. It is JBC and Company, Whip Mix, Leone American Dentarum, Form Labs, EasyRx, Specialty Appliance. So if you ever wanted to talk to these people in person, this is your chance to come to the meeting and shake hands with them and talk to them. They'll be involved in the conferences too. So we're excited to have them there, and we thank them. Without them, we couldn't have this meeting. And many of them are ORG sponsors, so they're actually sponsors of the organization. So you can register at orthodonticresource.com. It's a 2-day full registration, and that covers all your expenses. $300 for non-members. If you are an ORG member, it is $200. So you get $100 off, and that's every person in your lab you bring gets $100 off. Again, you can go to orthodonticresource.com. You'll see this front page, and if you just click this banner here, one with the red arrow, you'll be able to go to the portal, which is this page, and you can see the register button at the top. And then down below in the gray menu bar, you get to learn more about our speakers, more about our exhibitors, and the schedule and the courses that we do, and of course the registration. So a couple more details on that. The registration, here's what it looks like. Again, it's $300, and there's an extra CPR course you can take if you want to re-up your CPR certification or get your certification or renew it. We are having a CPR course, and it is an extra fee. And again, that meal ticket down there, that is for if you want to bring your spouse or partner, and they don't want to really attend the classes, but they want to be with us during the meals that we're going to have. That helps just cover the cost of their meals. But if I want to point your attention to the purple box up there, it says ORG members get your $100 discount. It's a separate registration for the members. So once you click on that box, you'll be taken to your account on the ORG site. And then once you're signed in, you click the authorization tab right there, and that's circled in red. And then you'll see your code down there. Actually, you see the blue link that says registration with discount code. Click that. You'll be taken to a special page with the discount code already applied. Or if you're on the same page, the blurred out section is the actual code you type in underneath the registration box. So if I go back to here, that registration code down there by the yellow register now button, that's where you would type it in at. So this is happening at the Airport Marriott. As you can see from the picture, it's really kind of a nice hotel, and it's Irving. And if you don't know where that's at, that's exactly between Dallas and Fort Worth, and it's just north of the DFW airport. So if you're flying in DFW, we're just couple minutes from the airport, and the hotel actually provides a free shuttle. So you have to contact them for that, but they actually provide a free shuttle back and forth from the hotel to the airport. So that makes it very convenient. We are having DLAT is sharing their room rate block with us. We are having issues with it because we're filling up fast. So register your room as quick as possible. If you want to register for the conference later, get your room now. We're filling up fast, and we keep hitting our room block, and we got to add more. We add more. So if you when you register, you'll get an email. At the bottom of the email, you see hotel registrations. There's a link there. So if you click on that link, you can register online with that $120 rate, which is significantly discounted because it ranges in the 200s possibly, depending on when you're registering. So take advantage of that if you can. If not, there is a call 800 number. If that link doesn't work, call that 800 number and they will help you there. And you just tell them you're with the DLAT Southwest Conference. Even though you're with the ORG, we'll just say you're with DLAT so you can get the room group rate. So I don't know if we'll do it. If we get enough people putting hashtag ORG in the comments, we may do a giveaway today. If not, we've been having issues. If you're watching from Facebook, again, you need to give permission to Facebook to be able to comment. Again, you can comment your questions below, whether it's about the conference or about our speaker spotlight today. You comment below and we'll answer your questions while we're live. But be sure and put hashtag, or Jason Stubbs, put the actual hashtag in there. I see you. You got to put the actual hashtag. Anyway, you're vice president of DLAT. You can't win. So make this a bad example. Put actual hashtag, pound sign for us old folks, ORG in the comments below. And we'll try to do a giveaway if we get enough in there. If not, again, it hasn't worked for us lately. So if we get enough, we'll do it. So if you do ask a question, put hashtag ORG. We'll see if that works. And again, if you click on that thing in the Streamyard below, just click that blue button and it gives permission. It's real easy to do. Just mainly so Streamyard can see. See, we have this coming up. I don't know who that is. So you have to do it again. You'll have to give your permission. It's not showing up on my end. It's the Facebook groups, and I apologize for that. Today's speakers is Trisha and Jameel. Jameel couldn't make it today, so we're talking with Trisha, which is always good. And she's actually involved with 3 courses. One is metal sintering band. This is actually Jameel's doing this course, but she can definitely speak on it. And I stole this picture from her website. It's a very good picture, so I hope she's fine with that. But you can see those laser sintered bands. It looks really good. And then she's also doing what she does best, lab management, wisdom, delegation. And again, this picture is from our 2019. This is our last conference we had. So this is from our 2019 conference. You see it was a packed house, and everybody loved her course. And it was on communication, I believe, back then. We're going to talk about it then. And then she's also helping out with our lunch. So Friday, we're having a roundtable discussion, and that is on with all the lab owners. So as we're eating lunch, she'll be moderating a discussion among the lab owners. We'll talk about maybe some talking points in there. So that's April 1st at 12 p.m. And this picture is from 2018. This is the start of the AOLP, Association of Orthodontic Laboratory Professionals, which is the backing behind ORG. So ORG is the front facing. So this is actually Chris Gajewski in the very left. You see there, he was our first president and the founder of AOLP. And if you look in there, you can see there's Merritt. I see Jay. I see Juan. I see Karen, Grace. I see Tina. I see Lance. You see some of the very first beginnings of the ORG as official association. So I thought this was cool. This is our first meeting. Lance is in the black shirt back there. And stay tuned next week. He'll be on, and we're going to wrap up this update with some about coming to the conference and details and stuff like that. Safan, very good. You got in there in time. Maybe we'll have this drawing after all. So that being said, again, let's bring on Trisha. I want to say hello to her. Let me remove
Hello.
this. Hello, how are you
Hi.
doing?
I was getting nervous. You weren't bringing me on. I thought maybe it's not working, but we're good. We're good.
Yeah. So yeah, I had that real long monologue that I had to do
Yes.
with updates, a lot of people like to get their updates in video form, so
Yes.
they get to watch that, and I try to answer as many questions as possible.
Yeah, because I
So
know everybody listening right now is probably on the bench with an earbud in,
yes,
in some wire, grinding
watching
some
on their
carpet.
phone.
I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And that being said, you can comment on your phone down in below. So if you have a question for Trisha as we're talking,
Yeah.
uh, be sure and answer. We'll bring it up on the screen and talk then. So you're busy at the conference. You're going to be busy.
Yeah,
So are
yeah.
you ready for this?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I actually was part of the 20, was that the 2018, the Proud
2018.
People Conference?
Yeah.
That was really fun. So I've attended that and then spoke at one. So this is the third time's the charm. I'm super excited. I bring something unique. I get to combine my passion for learning, org design development, leadership development. I get to bring that to the community that I now work in, as I left my career 9 years ago to help my husband at the lab, and now
You know how that
we're
goes.
running the show. So I'm super excited to talk about delegation, because as you grow your lab and as you look at all the things that you need to get done, you can't do it all. You shouldn't do it all. And I think that as entrepreneurs and as lab owners, we're lost. We're so focused on getting the cases out the door, getting the cases out the door, getting the cases out the door, that we don't think about, hey, who do we have in our network to help us get stuff done? We've never really sat back and analyzed, okay, what am I really, really good at? What do I love to do? And what am I not so good at? And what should I probably not be doing? And then dividing that up and conquering and really looking at who can help me out so that I can be my best self and do what I'm really good at. So during the talk, we're going to have lots of fun activities. And I know that sounds really childish, so bear with me. But we're going to do things that as business owners, we don't do enough. We are going to talk about that network. We're going to talk about our God-given skill set. What are we really good at? We're going to slice and dice. What should we delegate? What should we not delegate? What should we do? And then we're going to look at who in our network can help out. So if I'm not a bookkeeper and I hate bookkeeping and my books are a mess and I hate it, is there somebody in my network to help me with bookkeeping? And we're going to do exercises like that. And then we're going to talk about, why don't we delegate? So what are the fears? What are the myths? And then we'll talk about how to delegate successfully and be effective, and do so in a way that when you delegate something, it actually gets done the way that you want it to get
Oh
done.
yeah, that's
Yes.
important.
Yeah,
That's why some
exactly.
people shy away from delegation,
Yep.
because if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. Is the old motto, right? So
Yes.
um, hopefully you can help get us past that and start trusting people
Yep.
and with their task, and give them. Yeah, that's the hard thing with lab owners. We just want to do it all ourselves
Yep.
because we can do it right, but everybody's got gifts,
Yes. And then
and
you have burnout. You don't want
yeah,
burnout. You want to focus on what you're passionate about and what you're really, really, really good at. That's
right.
the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So possible breaking up into groups and that kind of thing. Kind
Yeah.
of
Sharing, just doing something different than what we typically do when we go to learning environments, and less of that talk down and more of that, hey, how do we engage and work and talk together and share best practices.
and Josh is bringing this up. If y'all don't know, Josh is my co-host. He's helping me out in the background. Hey, Josh, how you doing? So he brought this up. I want to make a point that this delegation is actually happening the last class of the conference. So by that time, we're all getting to know each other and we're bonding. So don't be afraid of these groups because you'll make friends there, and you'll team up and you'll make friends for a lifetime, and you'll
Yep.
probably go from this knowing that you have someone you can contact, you can lean on and ask questions that you met
Mhm.
at this conference. I have most of the people in this conference here. I do that with. So
You talk laser sintering bands?
yeah, let's bring that up. That's and again, I like your picture. That's why I stole it.
Thanks.
I went to that site and I was like, "Ooh, I like that picture. That's a really good one." So I hope
Yeah,
you don't
I
mind. I
love
stole it for
acrylic.
this. Yeah, it includes acrylic too.
Yeah,
Nice.
gosh.
So Jameel's going to be
Mhm.
doing a bulk of this talk, or
Yeah.
uh,
So we envision this talk being really broken up into two kind of pieces. He's going to talk all the lab talk, all the stuff that I have just tip of the iceberg knowledge of. He's going to talk about the manufacturing component, the post processing component, the design component, and all of that. That it's really important for technicians to really understand before they get into really offering these to doctors, because doctors are going to be inquisitive. Doctors are going to
yes,
ask, what are the materials? What microns? What is the post processing? Is this, biocompatible? Things like that. Jameel's going to handle all of that. But then where I kind of hope to bring it home is, well, then how do you talk to doctors about it? How do
mm,
you get doctors moved off of the traditional band to a 3D? How do you talk to assistants? What do you offer in terms of support? And why is this a good move for doctors and for patients? So that's where I kind of bring it home. So he's all technical, which is super super important, because the last thing that we want to do as lab owners is put our foot in our mouth and really look silly. So he's going to talk about all of that, and he started on this journey, you guys, gosh, I think 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. So his research, his brain power that he has put into this is extensive.
yeah,
It's absolutely extensive. And he's reached out to partners like Sisma Italy from Italy, Trump. He's looked at desktop. He's looked at every single type of printer. How many microns, what type of material, post processing, the best way to post process to make sure the chemical component isn't broke down differently when the mouth, like all of this crazy stuff. He's done all of that component. So he's just got such a wealth of knowledge in that. So it's
I'm
going to
sure the
be
Q
exciting.
and A afterwards are going to be
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
extensive.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then and I'm not trying to sound silly, but we're Partners Dental Studios, so we can partner with labs and offer printed bands if you are kind of nervous on you don't know where to outsource these. You want to start getting into this. You want to start this down this road. We'll be your partner, and we can design them for you, or you design them and send them, and we'll just print. We can talk about all those different options to help labs that can invest in metal printing, but we have a partner like us to help you kind of down that path.
and a lab at that. you know,
Yeah, exactly.
technicians actually. So
Yeah, yeah.
you're not submitting something. You have to learn the other way of tooth numbering when you submit it to. It's like,
Yes,
okay, the upper left six. Wait,
yes.
31. Counting how many
Yeah.
teeth.
Yep,
Uh,
exactly. So we're super excited to be able to, be partners and offer this out, because there's enough out there for everybody. Our objective is not to be the lab of the United States. Our objective is to make sure and I think this is, really what Orthodontic Resources Group is all about,
yeah,
is how do we bring all of us to the same playing field, and how do we bring all of us to a really higher level of products, service, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm very
yeah,
excited.
yeah. And it seems like every year there's a new technology,
Right.
and so it's going to be up to the ORG to help facilitate education
Mhm.
in that as best
Yeah.
as possible. And the best way to do it are these conferences. So I
Yeah.
know I'm excited about
Yeah.
laser sintering bands,
Yeah.
but I'm also excited about eating. So
Yeah.
the lunch
I know.
is
I know that. I mean, forget it. That's what you do. You eat, and then you maybe partake in other things, happy hours and such. But
right.
it's fun. It is
Yeah.
such a great time. I can't wait to see the guest list. Do you know how many? I mean, long life friends, like you said, that I've met in the past. The first day, it's hugs all around. So I'm super, super excited.
Yeah. So this
Um,
was kind of our first like
yeah.
roundtable discussion. It
Yep.
was at the end of the conference,
Yep.
and everybody asked everybody to give their pearl, the one thing they learned they're going to take home and talk to their uh, implement in their lab at the time.
Yep.
But this is going to be like first day lunch. So what
Yeah.
kind of topics you think we'll be covering, or are you going to like introduce a topic? And
Oh my gosh, I can just imagine. I mean, seriously, every single day, I'm like, okay, what does the packaging look like? How do other labs package their products?
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, what are the biggest remakes? What's going on? I can imagine, marketing techniques or disruptive, practices, or I can imagine there's going to be so much out
yeah.
there that people are
We're
going
not
to.
going to have enough time. That's for sure.
I know it's
Yeah.
going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. And it's funny because Jameel grew his lab literally from our utility closet, and
I know
literally
that.
like 2 feet by 2 feet.
Oh my gosh.
Really. Then he moved into our spare bedroom, and then we went from there. But there's so much wisdom from a single lab to a mid lab to a large lab. And I think there's a myth out there that large labs have it all sold, that they know
Yeah,
everything. You know what I mean? And I
yeah.
find myself like, no, no, and I'm not a large lab. I'm certainly a mid-sized lab, but there's so much wisdom at all levels. And when
Hmm.
we come together, I'm just excited to see that wisdom just boil over, because I'm just excited for that.
Well,
Absolutely.
and you could just see the people that are helping. We got Mike from ODL, and we got
Mhm.
Phil from Perfect Finish, and Christian Saruman's going to be there from
Mhm.
New England Ortho Lab, and they're all coming, and you can pick their brain,
Mhm.
uh, and they're going to pick your brain. You know how,
Yeah.
and you'll meet other one person mom and pop lab like
Yeah.
me. And so this roundtable is going to be a
Yeah.
great addition to the conference. And again, the conference is all about community and
Yep.
learning from others, and not none of us being able to smell monomer in the exhibit hall. you know, so
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So
Well,
I'm
awesome.
looking forward to it. It's going to be such a blast.
Well, thank you for coming
Yeah.
on and letting us know. We're all looking forward to it. Josh has brought this up again. Let's see if I can bring that. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, again, so register at orthodonticresource.com. Again, it's a full 2 day course. You won't find this anywhere else. This is
Mhm.
national, world, 2 days of ortho lab education. You won't find it anywhere else. And just come be there with other ortho lab owners, managers, technicians in house. There's multiple in
Mhm.
house. So if you're in house, come visit, pick the brain of everybody else, and learn your pearl that you're going to take home.
Yes.
So Trisha, thank you so much
Yes.
for coming on, and we're going to leave it there. I believe next week is Phil and Mike. I just brought them up. They're going to be talking about lab profitability, so that should be very good. They'll be going over profit and loss statement. Yay, get the fireworks.
Yeah.
But but I need to learn that too. I know I do, and that's where you were talking about leaning on someone else's
Yeah.
skills,
Yep.
and so that's I've learned something new, and
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to your classes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Super. Looking
all
forward
right,
to it as well. It's awesome.
yeah. Well, thank
Thank
y'all.
you.
Thank you, everybody. Again, we didn't have enough people to officially run the giveaway. Come next week, do the thing, and I'll figure out. I will fix this thing, and we'll do the giveaway next week, maybe a couple times just to make up for it. So that being said, I want to say goodbye and thank you all for coming. Oh, I got put the right one on, Cade, just like the bumper today you forgot about. Come on. All right, I'll have it. I'll be perfect next week. So I'll see y'all next week.